What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mystery Bag Monday. We got a ton of bags today. I think I counted 12 bags. Maybe there's 11. I got to recount again. I'm just sort of counting what I bought and what I remember. But anyway, we got a lot of bags, so it's going to be a fun night. Going to be a little bit longer than normal, probably, but we'll see. If you've never been to a Mystery Bag Monday, welcome. There are a couple ways to participate. One is through our Discord. On the pinned comment, and you can go to our Discord, join our Discord, and participate in a game called Guess the Tee, Get a Tee. Basically, what you do is you go to eBay or some other platform, find a link to a tee that you think might be in one of these bags, and throw it onto the Discord channel of the same name. The rules are in the Discord channel, so check that out. But I buy these bags from local thrift stores. I actually have two different thrift stores represented. Same organization that runs both of them, but they both run both of them, and so we'll see exactly what we get. So pretty interested. These bags right here, they're about as heavy as these bags, the normal bags, but they're $4 in total. So I buy them and from the local thrift stores. They make them primarily for like mechanic shops and dog pounds or something to clean up messes and stuff like that. I realized that they were doing that and thought maybe there's some really valuable tees in there. And it turns out over the years there have been plenty of valuable tees. Last week was a crazy week. We pulled out just tons and tons and tons of really dope vintage t-shirts. Hopefully we will continue that trend this week. So very excited. So welcome. Let's see. Lots of bags means lots of likes. Yes. Thumb it up, everybody. What's up, Kelsey? Good to see you here. We're excited. It's going to be fun. We've got a lot, like I said, a lot of t-shirts here. Get into the Guess the Tee, Get the Tee game in the Discord. We'll be monitoring it. I can actually see it'll pop up. And if the t-shirt is pulled out of these bags, it's yours. It needs to match the size and stuff like that in the actual like tag and stuff. But if you guess it, it's yours for free. So what can it hurt? Hey, Michigan in the house. I've been to Michigan a few times. Had some good time. I spent way too much time. Well, not too much, but spent a lot of time in Michigan. Riding freight trains and sleeping on islands and stuff. So down in Grand Rapids, a lot of good times in Michigan. All right, let's go ahead and let's get digging into our first bag. Since we have so many bags, I don't want to waste too much time. Because we'll be here all night long. Looks like we may have something here. It's like some motorcycle stuff. Oh, American Biker. Look at that. Oh man. Cutting the sleeves off and the tags out. I think this is probably like late 90s, but that's a really dope front graphic. That graphic is super sick. Outback leather, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Spent a lot of time in Pigeon Forge myself. My brother owns some houses out there. A lot of good times there. That's okay. That's a good sign that there may be some more vintage stuff in here. Whoa, what the is this? Oh, Company 88. Actually, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this T-shirt for something. All right, you'll see later. All right, we got another something or other sleeveless tee. Joe's Crab Shack. Oh my gosh, really? Yeah, I don't know about that. Never mind. That's not that exciting. Probably not even vintage either. But another thing we can do while we're all hanging out is let us know what you found last week in your thrifting adventures. If you're thrifting, let us know what you found. Let us know what you sold. Love to hear that type of information from folks. Just get some feedback for what's going on in y'all's world. So brag about yourself. None of us will take it as arrogance. We all love hearing about a good find. So we love to hear it. A lot of women's clothes here. A lot of random women's clothes. This week, or last week really, this week is the start of the week. We did hit up a couple things. I hit up a couple thrift stores today. They were pretty good to me. We'll probably show those later on at the end of the week, but nothing crazy. But some interesting stuff. Nonetheless, today is one of the warmer days. Oh, this is cool. I don't know if this is vintage. Probably. Oh, it's not. Well, okay. This is cool. So this is actually a surf style brand, but I think it's fairly new. The tag says surf style right there, but it's one of the newer surf style tags. Kind of a bummer. It's all cut up. It's supposed to be cut up, so we'll hold on to it. Maybe we'll resell it. Surf style doesn't seem to be as in style as it used to be. My Indian name is Crawling Drunk. Wow, that's so racist. Let's see. We got new champion. Come on. Oh, check it out. This is cool. Oh, it's got a hole in it though. This is a pretty cool tee. Modern tee, the North Face. This is like a youth XL. Girls, yeah, it's a youth XL, but it's got a hole in it. Big old hole in it. That's pretty annoying. Yeah, it looks like a lot of women's clothes in this bag. Did anyone go to yard sales this week? Knuckleheads that cut out tags. You right. You so right. Yeah, it's hot here today. Oh, wait a minute. Let's check it out. We got an Adidas tee. I think this is one of the older tags. I need to brush up on my Adidas. It might not be, but it's a pretty cool Adidas shirt. I got to brush up on my Adidas, but we'll hold on to that one. Hit up four citywide yard sales. Dang. There was a citywide not too far from me, but it was a pretty small town. I didn't end up going. We had a lot going on this Saturday, so didn't quite make it. Got a 1950s Lieutenant Colonel pilot flight jacket. Ooh. Oh, that is killer, Jad. That is killer. Pilot's flight jackets are crispy. Sold 14 pairs of my grandma's 80s heels. It's only 3, but wow, that is incredible, Kelsey. What an interesting. That's an interesting story there. 14 pairs. You got those a couple weeks ago, or had them listed a couple weeks ago, or a week ago, or something like that. That was really good. Look, we got more of that vintage Russell Athletic Pro Cotton tees. Just basically stacking those out. Gonna sell them all at once. We got a Disney tee. This is cool. Cool. It's not vintage. It's Neff. You guys familiar with that? This is probably a tee that, if as long as it's clean, which looks like it is, we'll definitely try to sell. Get like $10, $15 for. All right, we got some actual rags. And that's it. That is it. See what else we got going on here. Scenic Drive and Thrifty on Highway 150. Fun. Sup, y'all. Sup, Joseph. Good to see you. I've got your email. I will be responding back. Just haven't had enough time to take a look at everything yet. Been wearing wet shrink that fits all day. Oh, the things that denim heads do. You know what I mean? That's great. All right, let's try one of these new bags. These new bags, I like. They actually put this other place puts these bags in like or puts the clothes in bags that actually don't like tear apart the moment you pick them up. So let's see how this new place does. Got a Kabuto tee. Not something I'm really that interested in. Double OJ, JC's Auto Repair. Nothing. Let's finish the last one. It's a major battery spurts. Yeah, 5 to 10 a day. I feel that for sure. We got a Nike tee, just a normal Nike tee. I hold on to it just to lot it up. Came across a Salvation doing their sports sale this week and got tons of old sportswear. Oh, old starter jerseys and pro player jackets. Whoa, That's sick. Jordan, what a find. That's awesome. Nope. That is dope. Thanks for a no rush. Still sorting through those weekends pickups. I'll appreciate it. Yeah, man. They look good. They look older. Like I just saw the pics, but I haven't really gotten down to the nitty gritty. It looks pretty good in my opinion. Probably a bit older than the range that you have, or a bit older than the youngest part of the range that you said you mentioned to me. All right, let's see what else we got here. Nothing. So far, nothing crazy from this T-shirt except this cat and a shuttle all over print. That's not all over. I guess it's just one half all over print. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's worth keeping. I'll decide later. But the good news about this new spot is that the bags are all T-shirts, or just about all T-shirts. So I was afraid they wouldn't be all T-shirts. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Okay. Got a Batman Harley Quinn tee, kind of a small size. Let's see, yeah, medium. Come on, we got some Mickey Mouse. Some more Mickey Mouse. This is modern Mickey Mouse, like sleepwear. Let's see what we got here. There's the polo. The good news is they're all actual shirts and like and not like a bunch of just random towels. When I get too many towels, I get upset. Let's see. Oh, I found a pair of Levi's 501s. Oh, color 80s. Oh, nice. Sick. I had a guy email me today. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, look at that. We got one of those. You guys seen these before? This State of Mind T-shirts. This is Missouri. All over print. You guys have probably seen these before. They go for like $15-20. This is a size large. So that's pretty dope. Probably from the early 2000s, something like that. Maybe late 90s. But that's cool. I might wear that myself a little bit. That's cool. Let me see what. I picked up a 94 Voodoo Lounge World Tour. Oh, on a Brockham at the Benz. Ryan, way to go. Killer find. That's a great tee. It's a great tee. The Salvation stores are closing. Only one left. They moved to the wholesaling and everything. Daily and 9 a.m. auction. That's fascinating. Anyone needs snakeskin pumps in size 10? I got you. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone need snakeskin pumps? We got another one of those modern Harley Quinn tees. But this is the actual Margot Robbie version, which I'm a sucker for Margot Robbie, but it's size medium, so nothing there. All right, let's keep it moving. We're almost through this first bag. Not too bad as far as at least it's all tees. Something good so far. That's really interesting, Jen. Yes, Carolinas. Ooh, Carolinas. Yeah, that's right. Salvation around KC getting worse and worse each month. Jacob, you from KC, Kansas City? My brother lives just south of downtown. I'm up there every once in a while. So I start a lot of like long thrift trips up there too. So good times. All right, let's see what else. Random tie-dye tees. You'd be surprised. Like if the tie-dye tee is like a custom that looks good, you can still sell it for $10-15. No problem. All right, last two tees in that bag there. Nothing. Some random tie-dye. So far, nothing too crazy. Nothing particularly super vintage either. Let's get into this next bag. Bag number 3. Right off the bat, we got some blankets for for babies. Some sort of turtleneck. Joseph A. Some more baby blankets. You're right. I got no scruples about opening mystery bag. I love this shirt. I think this shirt's super dope. Like, I've worn it a couple times now. One of my favorite tees so far. If you don't know, we did pull this T-shirt from a rag bag a couple weeks ago. I think we're gonna start the trend for trying to get the hype train going for board game tees. So so you've been alerted, you've been warned to get on the hype train. Train's leaving the station, just so you know. Our stores are selling out seeing $1 $10 tees. Okay. Are selling out seeing $10 tees. Okay, I see what you mean. As in like people are they're starting to overprice t-shirts. Yeah, you probably have that. You probably have me and other people to thank. Sorry. uh, I do have a video for hopefully this week. This video will come together and um, we can fight back from the overpriced t-shirts. What we got here? It's got a t-shirt. It's got the tag cut out. The tag cut out. The fabric feels vintage. Long sleeve. It's inside out. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. What's going to happen? It's going to be, I think, completely blank. Wow. What a freaking disappointment. Wow. Nothing. It's a vintage tee, but it's got like just junk on the front. That's a bummer. Golly. I thought there might be something cool on that one. But we got a lot more bags to go. We got some actual towels here. I set towels aside. We take them home and use towels as much as we can. I probably haven't dried out with the same towel in probably 3 months at this point. We got a t-shirt from a local something Investis. I don't know what that is, but something local. We got some polos here, Cutter and Buck, nothing particularly special. Sun River. Man, come on! I really want this play. I want this thing to get super hype. Like it's tough coming off weeks like last week where it's like unbelievable, and then you got your hopes up, and then you get them dashed. Hey, just heads up, faux single stitch alert. We got a JF. I can't remember the Jacob Farwer or something like that. We got that fake single stitch. Just keep your heads out. Remember, or eyes open. Remember, it's got a printed logo and single stitch, not vintage. Just heads up. We got the Coca-Cola tee on the printed tag. Nothing. We got the little bit older, maybe vintage. Yeah, vintage Polo Ralph Lauren. Striped polo. Looks pretty clean. Probably going to hold on to that. I've got a pile of those piling up that I think we're just going to try to sell as a lot. Sell a lot of 5 or 6 of them in different varieties. They'll sell like that. People are always looking for those polos. That's good, Jacob. Good one. Yeah. I know that single stitch will get you if you're not paying attention. It would be nice if all these rules that we come up with just like always worked, but they don't. There's always exceptions. Tim Gray. Hey, yeah, it was a good one. All right, next bag. Bag number 4, I think. All right, let's see what we got. County Line shrimp. I think I have that Clue movie somewhere in my house. Oh, we got a Dare to Be You, not vintage, but a cool looking tee. I think I did find, by the way, just so you guys all know. This is cool. This is a Princess Bride tee. I know some folks that will like that tee. It's not vintage, but they'll like it for sure. I did find somebody, I think, that's going to buy the t-shirts off of me that are not. Oh, this got me going for a second. I thought for a minute, but it's not. It's just It's just Old Navy. Just Old Navy. Ugh. I did find someone to buy T-shirts off of me. I still working out some of the details with him, but I don't know if he's a recycler. I know he does run a screen printing shop, so you might use him for tests. I don't know. But we will be moving these off to him hopefully in the next month or so, instead of just disposing of them the way we have been. We got a Smith and Wesson tee, nothing vintage, unfortunately. Yeah, I hope we do too. It would be nice. I'd be very happy to let you guys win one of these T-shirts. What's this? Wicked Jester clothing. Though I walk through the wicked jester, as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I fear no evil, for I'm the baddest MFer in the valley. Ah, someone will buy that tee. I don't. I mean, I don't know anything about that brand, but someone will buy it. Nothing. Oh, look at that. This is probably early 2000s Charlie Daniels Band T-shirt. Look at that. Not old, not really old either, but yeah, like 2004, 2003, something like that. That's not bad. What we got here? Do something with your life. Get me a beer. Ah, hilarious. All right. All right. Let's see. Yeah, $5 a bag. This is just Rocky City. I don't know what that is. Nothing there. We got a towel. We got a big old towel of pizza and hot dogs. I do keep the towels. What? I think we have a mountain tee. I'm just guessing. We got a 3D tees. It's a 3D tees. It's printed back, but let's see. I expect to see the mountain and the copyright, but I don't. Oh yeah, I do. Right? Nope. But it looks a lot like the way the mountain does their stuff. So maybe this is like a new brand. But that T-shirt will sell, even if it's just for $10. Just trying to make some of my money back, because these openings aren't all like like last week all the time. So never know. Never ever know. That's true. Vintage is now. I do. This is gonna be interesting because so we have had a 20-year, um, you know, a 20-year definition of vintage, but it just so happens that at this point, the 20-year definition of vintage really coincides with like the end of American textile production. So I wonder if people will start to really value 20 years as a definition as much as they do now, because we're not seeing a significant shift in the way textiles are produced right now, or in 2004 or 2006 or 7 as we did in at the very end of the early 2000s and like in the late 90s. So I kind of just sometimes wonder whether or not the market will consider T-shirts from 2006 to be all that much more special than from 2010. Uh, just because I think the definition of vintage might shift a little bit. Maybe it won't, but it's interesting to me. I think we're in an interesting time to be in part of the vintage marketplace. Nothing outside of that Charlie Daniels Band tee. Nothing crazy. All right, come on. Still got a few more tees in this bag. I'm not seeing anything crazy. I'm just looking. I'm not seeing anything interesting either. More modern Coca-Cola tees. That it is actually. You know what? It's probably the funnest part of the didn't come here to lose JB. An older jerseys tag, like 2000s jerseys tag. Didn't come here to lose. Don't really know what that is. I might hold on to it. Just check it out later. Yeah, it's kind of fun just seeing all the different t-shirts you guys post because there are so many amazing tees out there. You gotta find the dopest vintage towel for next Monday's guess the towel game. We did a couple years ago, might have been 2 years now, maybe. And one of the bags, we weren't doing them live back then, but one of the bags was like a whole set, like a set of towels, bath towels, and like hand towels, vintage Ralph Lauren towels that were like the Aztec print. Sold those things, I think, as a set for $100. So pretty good. All right, let's see. All right, we got this bag right here. Another bag. They didn't have any bags today. I went to go try to add a few more. Got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. My kids like that show. I hold on to it. Got a Stephen Barry's. LL Bean. You guys remember just as a quick update. You guys remember last week we pulled out a bunch of awesome stuff, but we pulled out 2 Burberry polos. I sold one of the Burberry polos already. No, I think it was on Friday for $50, including shipping. So, pretty good, I would say. Paid for the bags, pretty much that we bought last week. So everything else is on top. So that was got even better. I don't know what this is. Does anyone have any idea what this is? Something foreign. It's like in Finnish or Norwegian or something. We'll hold on to it till I find out about it. Kona Reef Divers. We got a vintage Hanes Beefy tee. Check it out, guys. Look at that. Single stitch pocket tee on the old, like, 80s, early 80s Hanes Beefy. Kona Reef Divers, Hawaii. Sweet. One of our first vintage hits. A good tee. Cool looking tee. Hopefully it's a sign that there's more tees in here. Got a handful of hand towels. We're finally on the board for something vintage. By the way, I love what sold video. I do. So, Kelsey, I'll tell you why I don't do those that often. Because I love them too. But this is sort of why I first started making a YouTube channel. All the content I could really produce was like what sold and what I found. So hauls and solds, which are fun. But I really got this point where I was like, I don't want to make my channel all about the money. And I want it to all entirely be about how much money something sold for, and then basically flood the market with all this data and help all those thrift stores. You know what I mean? So I specifically try to avoid too many of that because I just don't want all the content to be about the amount something sold for. Because I do think that even beyond like the amount something is worth or the value of something, like the Scruples tee is probably not very valuable, but I think it's really interesting and cool. So I walk the line, and so I do struggle with like the tension of what I should or how much I should do those types of videos. Because I don't really want to make it all about the money. I want to make it about the knowledge. I want to make it about being able to identify things, and then you guys can figure out how much they're worth. But it's definitely something I struggle with going back and forth about how much we're going to do. Steve Barry. Yeah, dude, I hate Stephen Barry stuff. Yeah, I find Stephen Barry stuff all the time. It's so annoying. Yeah, that is a good tag. Found vintage 505 this weekend. They have a small care tag on the left pocket. You said that dates them to 7085, but they don't have a leather patch on the back. Was just pulled off from the. This is normal for the 505. The 505 A 505 is most likely. I just did a video, by the way, the view from here. Just did a video on 505. I redid an old one, but added a bunch more stuff. So check that out for more information. I think it came out last Sunday. But the 505, if it was, you say, was it red or orange tab? If it was red tab, it should have the. I mean, unless someone removed the patch, it should have the patch. But 505, sometimes from the 80s, the patches were removed pretty common. So it patches were removed a lot. In fact, a lot of patches were removed in the 70s and the 60s and the 70s because the hippies thought it was too corporate and sell out and stuff, and so they were really trying to avoid being associated with like corporate America. Red, so it would have originally had a patch, probably just got removed. Not uncommon. If you want, I'll drop my email in here. You can send me pictures, and I can help you out if you need any help in identifying them and getting a better idea of what they are. So check that out. Yeah, the 517s from the orange tab line almost never had patches, and maybe ever, to be honest. I'm trying to think. They did have patches, but the orange tab specifically, from the early days in the late 60s and early 70s, never had patches. Just that was part of the thing. I think Levi's realized that patches were too corporate, and the the hippies that were wearing all this flared stuff didn't want to wear them. So it's not uncommon to see 517s on the orange tab line not have patches at all. So they did it. They got some in the 90s, but and maybe the late 80s, but it's not uncommon. All right, more towels. Get back into it. So far, we've just got like one cool vintage tee with a couple other stuff that are like on the fringes, either of vintage or of being sellable. Knowledge is awesome. Yes, knowledge is awesome. Yeah. So Kelsey, I appreciate, like, I do love what sold videos. In fact, that's like how I learned a lot of my what I looked for back when I was younger, but and newer to the industry. It's a struggle for me, just on the balance of the two. All right, it doesn't look like there's anything left in that bag. Nothing. That was that one Kona Divers tee. I'll pull that one out real fast since it's on the Hanes Beefy, one of the mid to early 80s Hanes Beefy tees. Kona Divers. It's a size medium, 38-40. So not a great size, but it'll do. Oh, see, it things shred so much. All right. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, that's a good point, Kelsey. That's a great point. Stand up and holler. Nope. I am somewhat of a Gators fan, I guess, if I'm talking collegiate football specifically. Probably tend towards Gators. So much of this. Oh, this is Ivoriella. I can't remember if this is like a brand that is worth holding on to. I'll hold on to it. I can't remember. I feel like there's a brand like that people will buy their stuff. Maybe it is Ivoriella. I don't remember. All right, come on now. Give me something else. Let's see. Strange military surplus store near me has dead stock. Orange tab. Wow. Yeah, 4430. It's going to be a tough one. Even dead stock from 81. That's not really all that incredibly desirable, especially the size. So 35 is probably what you would get for it. Maybe a little bit more on the eBay. So. Hey, Chad. Good to see you, man. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, thank you so much for picking up that Coogee scarf. That I can't remember what brand it was. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but glad you like it. We got an Affliction shirt, but like for kids, it's the smallest Affliction shirt I'd ever seen. All right. Yeah, they had that. I have not been finding a lot of Coochie style stuff lately. Obviously, it was like the hottest thing for a while, so that might explain as to why they're not popping up as often. People are just picking them off. Oh! You guys remember last week? Look what I just found. Uh-oh. This is a size. It's still got the tag. This one. This is the large, and it is the other companion to Only the Strong Survive, the one that had the hole in it from last week. And this one does not have a huge hole; it has a little pinhole there, but that's pretty normal for a t-shirt this old. Single stitch. This one actually has the does have the Caribbean Dream tag on it. A couple loose stitches here and there, but not bad. Heck yeah! More and more. I don't know if there could be more of these. But if you didn't know, go watch the other live from last week because we pulled out. I think it was maybe four of these, 4 or 5 of these, and they were like paired up. So it was like a large and an XXL. So we had a large of like the Panther and an XXL of the Panther, American Thunder, and then we had one of these, and so they were like matched up. So it's clear like somebody, it's like a husband and wife that were wearing them. So they split them up, and so I guess we get the whole collection. World tour. What's this? Oh, electric paint. Nothing. Okay. More towel. Wait, what the heck? It's a towel dress. I mean, this is a dress. Stan Herman. I mean, this is like literally a towel dress. What in the heck? This is a towel. Look at it. But it's got pockets. It is a towel dress. But like the zipper's broken. I mean, it feels like a towel. So weird. I'm going to hold on to that. You sell any from last week yet? I did. I didn't sell any of the tees yet from last week, but I did sell one of the Burberry tees, I think, for a total of 50 shipped. Deja vu. Audible Thunder. All right, Marvin. We'll let you know if your pick gets found. So far, not a lot in terms of vintage, unfortunately. What is this? We got a Reebok Tee. Older Reebok Tee. It's a real basic older Reebok Tee. Little, probably 2000s, early 2000s. Probably not worth holding on to. This bag is almost done. I was kind of hoping to see a little bit more from this bag, but I guess it was just that one tee from last week holding on. Towel swimsuit cover. All right. Towel dress. Whatever, guys. Yeah. A trowel. Here's the volunteer knit apparel tag. Volunteer knit apparel. Found a super rad Daytona Beach single stitch tee that. No, I don't. That's interesting. I wonder if it has something to do with like Tennessee. Like Tennessee Volunteers. All the women know it's a swimsuit cover. Really? 20 to 45. Crazy. Like, okay. Okay, that's interesting. All right, next bag. We still have quite a few bags left. We still have like a whole live stream's worth of bags left, guys. Crazy town. We're already 40 minutes in. Hopefully it'll pay off. We got a Hanes beefy tee, tie-dye, but it's got some holes in it. Size medium. This would have been like late 90s, early 2000s. Close to holding on to it, but probably not going to do it. We got a bootleg Woodstock tee. Not bootleg, as an actual old. What's this? Touchstone Energy Pan Am. Touchstone Energy. Oh, this is not that old. For a second, I thought it was something else, but it's not. Thought it was Touchstone, like the media company, but it wasn't. We got a Harley Tee, and it's made in USA on the Hollaback. Nice. 2003, so just short of technical vintage, but it looks great. Long sleeve, super clean. Harley Davidson along the sleeve. It'll sell. Wish it were older, but you cannot complain too much. Cannot complain too much. And learn what a swimsuit cover was. Yeah, call me ignorant. Ignorant. We got just a plain white tee. I think I've pulled this t-shirt out of these bags probably 10 times. And no, I did not redonate them to this particular thrift store. At least I hope I don't think I did. Oh, we see something. Single Stitch Pro Player. You can see that little Pro Player logo. I'm not sure what's on it yet. Oh, check it out. Not crazy. Pro Player Hornets. The embroidered Hornets tee right here. Made in USA. Vintage single stitch Hornets tee. I wish it was a little bit more gaudy, but I'll take what I can get at this point. Got to get that dopamine flowing. You know it. That's what this is basically boils down to. My dad is a licensed psychotherapist, or I don't know. He's a doctor of something in therapy, and he's always going on about dopamine. So the world runs on dopamine production. So on and on and on and on and on. When I find borderline Y2K tees, it's all beat up. I swear I put sick fate. Chad, that's a great point. I should just start putting sick fade. We got a Tony Romo tee on the AAA. Probably not worth it. More towels, we got towels. Come to my house to get towels. Nothing. Come on. It's so weird sometimes that they have like one vintage t-shirt in a bag. And it's like, come on. Like, are these guys are they punking me and spreading out the vintage tees to multiple bags so that I have to buy multiple bags to actually get one? See, there's nothing in that. All small and nothing. Empty. Oh, yeah, dude. That's sick. That long sleeves do well. Yeah. NBA Jam. Man, do I even have that anymore? I had it for the Wii. Bro, just found 2 vintage NBA leather caps. 1 Knicks, 1 Hornets. Ooh. The grandma got them again. I'm pretty sure the grandma did not get them this week because I was there pretty often. By the way, I did talk to them. They are not interested in selling me all of the bags, even if I was going to redonate them. Unfortunately, they did give me some information that I was not aware of. It turns out that the place that I call my honey hole, I've done a couple videos from there that it's also the same place I bought the $30,000 worth of starter and vintage sportswear. That place goes to all all the thrift stores in the county and surrounding counties and gets donations from those thrift stores of stuff that's like too dirty or too smoky, and they sell them at their thrift store. So I'm probably going to go talk to them. I'm not aware of it, but the guy that I talked to told me that they probably have little mountains worth of t-shirts. So could be cool incoming. Hey man, I was curious. Do you prefer Byte Now or enabling offers on eBay listings? Santiago, I always do offers pretty much, unless it's like a new tags item that I really like. I have a really specific margin on. Buyers expect to be able to make an offer now, and there are occasionally some people that come in that don't care about the price really, and they'll pay whatever. So I don't want to just race to the bottom of it. So Yeah, always do offers these days because there's so many random things out there that people want that you don't know the value of really, or that like are rare, so they don't have a lot of information on them. And instead of you know potentially missing out by doing an auction or just setting the bar way too low, I always price a bit higher than I expect, add offers, and come to an agreement in the middle. Yeah, really curious what what annoys you at the thrift. I think so. It's kind of funny because I really actually meant, what do you find in thrift stores like on the racks all the time that's just annoying, like that tricks you, or um, that like you always see, like the the American Liberty, home of the brave tee. Um, More specifically about those types of things, but it did get me thinking about talking about some of the things that just annoy us at thrift stores, because there's certainly plenty of those things. Plus, you can auto accept decline. Yeah, exactly, Chad. You're absolutely right. The auto decline's great. Sometimes, yeah. So, do auto if you want to set auto declines. That's great. I think it definitely helps you keep from having to go back and forth. Most of the time, because I'm buying stuff so cheap, like I've talked about this before. I like to, because the Cassini search engine, which is the eBay search engine name, because it likes to see conversion rates. I often will take really low offers early in the morning, and so pro tip: if you're buying, make offers in the morning, because I want to get more traffic throughout the day by getting a higher conversion rate. So I try to make sales happen. That's the best time of the day for me to get the best deal for sure. Thoughts on seller offers? We have had maybe one accept, and I'm not talking 5% off. Use one. Graphics, yeah. So I make lots of seller offers. So here's the problem. Here's the thing about seller offers. If they're watching your item, they're interested in your item, right? At some level, whether it's another reseller just watching your item to see what the price does, but it's somebody interested. And so there's this sort of conundrum of, if I make an offer to somebody who is already planning on maybe buying my item, am I just giving them a discount that they weren't interested in? Um, so that's kind of why I do what I do. I do the automatic discount, so they can use they can use a discount code to go ahead and get 21%, no questions asked, nothing. And so if somebody's actually interested in their, hit watch just to see if they'll get a deal. Um, like they already know that they can go ahead and get a 21% off right off the bat using the discount code that I provide on eBay. If they watch it and then I send them an offer, it's typically just a little bit above that, as like between 25 and 30%. Um, and so I convert a little bit better that way. But it's tough because I think, I know I do this. I watch things that I don't necessarily intend on immediately buying, just because I'm like, maybe at some point down the road, I'll be interested in it. So you're sending all these offers. It really doesn't make a huge difference, but I'm certainly on certain things. I think it does make it somewhat of a difference, especially if you're going to go heavy discount. No, Comfort Colors. Oh my gosh, Comfort Colors. You're in the right group, my man. Oh, Comfort Colors is so annoying. In fact, it's so annoying that in this next video that I'm working on, it's in the video, but not necessarily for that same reason. So I'm glad that you brought that up. Uh, I put a Triforing costume, sword, pen, brooch online for. Interesting, Jet. So you got an offer for $600. Oh, so over the $12.95 you put it up for? Did they pay? I'm really curious. Did they pay, or was it an auction that you also allowed offers to? Because you can run an auction and also accept offers, which is a good way to do an auction. Um, so they paid, but it was an auction. It was an auction or just a buy it now? Real curious, because typically when people offer more than you're listed it for, um, it's because they're scamming you. But if you got paid, man, got paid. Whew. What annoys me is the vintage sections curated at one thrift store franchise in town. Dope finds but marked up too much. Yeah, so we're gonna have to figure this one out, y'all. Auctions with offers. Yes, Jad. See, that's a great idea right there. Auction with offers. You can run the auction. Um, and if someone really wants to strike hard and fast, because they know that's going to go up, that's a great move. Smart move right there. That's a pro move. But back to Jacob F. What annoys me is the vintage sections created at one thrift store franchise in town don't find markup too much. We're gonna have to figure something. We're gonna have to figure this out because we live in a connected world where, like, we live in a connected world where there's lots of information flowing. Thrift stores are going to be able to find out what is valuable, like, or what is vintage. Um, and this actually kind of goes back to what I was talking about earlier, where I'm trying to avoid talking so much about the value of something and what is it worth, what is it, because I'm not trying to inform thrift stores what the value of something is. I'll teach everybody is as best to the best of my ability what vintage is, but the value of that vintage, A, fluctuates, and B, like, just because you can recognize a vintage tag, it doesn't mean you can recognize a T-shirt that's worth a lot of money. Like, um, so that's like that's a struggle that I'm always trying to find a fine balance, because I don't want to keep people from learning about vintage and what vintage is and how to identify it and how to be how to be sure that you're looking at authentic vintage versus just talking about how much something is worth all of the time. Because I'm not trying. I don't want thrift stores to start taxing on stuff, especially when they don't really know what they're talking about. Because I appreciate, in fact, I make my living on the fact that, and I think we all have to be honest about this too. We Those that are full time, part time resellers, we make a living or significant money on based on the fact that somebody who previously possessed something did not know its value, and we did. Like, so who's this? Why can't thrift stores can figure that out too? So it's a tough one. Like the 2017 501. Yes, exactly. They do not know what they're talking about. And honestly, what I find is, even at thrift stores that I go to that that seem to be aware that there are things that are older or that are of value, most of the time, maybe like 75% of the time, they're actually not pricing the valuable vintage stuff right. Like, they find the cheap like the stuff that's not worth, like, they're still off on the pricing. They price something, just because it has a Fruit of the Loom, like an early 90s Fruit of the Loom tag, at $30, but the tag, like, the graphic is not worth anything. Like, so, like, it's just, I don't know. I don't necessarily know that I would trust a Goodwill employee to be that interested in the vintage game to price things really accurately. Now, here and there, they're going to make something way too expensive that we would want to buy, and make the profit margin go out of it. But I think generally speaking, it's not going to work. But all right, let's get into another bag. We still got so many bags. We still have like 4 bags to go. Check it out. Look at that all over print Spiderman. Somebody's just listening on audio, or just listening to the audio and freaking out right now. Nope, it's just an all over print Spider-Man, Spider-Man 3 towel. Look at that. If I make it look like a t-shirt, does it look like I have the all over print? If I do it like this, make it look like I have the t-shirt. Make it look like I have the t-shirt for the thumbnail. Like, that's actually pretty dope. Brother-in-law's a big Spider-Man fan, so he'll probably want that. Since thrift stores already have a way to sell used goods, it's easy to mark up vintage stuff. But garage sale folks, I know it's valuable. Don't want to take time because, yeah, exactly. I tell people all the time I'm reselling, they couldn't care less. I still sell it to me for $1. Yeah, Chad, you're absolutely right most of the time, especially for garage sales. Especially for garage sales. What is this? What is this? We got a late 90s Fruit of the Loom tag. Wow. We got a Hustler tee, everybody. I think that's what this is. Beaver Hunter. I can't imagine. I don't know what this. What is this? What the heck? Put a smile on them lips. Oh my goodness. Am I gonna get Blaze Out Incorporated? Balls Out Incorporated. I don't know, but this is like late 90s. I don't. I don't know much about that brand. You probably should be careful if you're going to try to search it up too. It's just heads up. Look, we got more food towels. Golly. I don't know if that's a good sign about the rest of this bag or a bad sign. Rather not get demonetized. There's lots of other random junk in here. Nothing. So far, nothing sticking out. What's we got another towel. Oh, this is just a normal towel. It's actually kind of a ratty towel. Not gonna keep that towel. Can't keep all the towels. Can't keep them all. Yeah, the Spiderman is low key hard. Yeah, move that search incognito. Yeah. Yeah, don't do it if it's a work computer. I have no idea. I don't want to be blamed for it. So, looks like we got another mountain tee. It looks like the exact same tee that we found earlier. Just pair them up, sell them together. Yeah, check for them. Yeah, I think I check that every time just in case, but yeah, you got to watch out. All right, let's see. It's always interesting because I'm always wondering, like, all right, I'm gonna find some really random stuff, and I'm assuming that they were all donated together, or roughly speaking, they're all, the bags are gonna be generally like one person's stuff. So when I get something like that, I'm like, okay, what else is there gonna be? Like, check this out. We got a Lego Batman, all over print. This is actually super dope. This is a hilarious film. My kids will love this one. I mean, it's like all of them. It's pretty sick. All right. Towels hitting kind of hard today, guys. Not going to lie. Towels are hitting hard. My hands are so dry already. Oh my gosh. One of the local thrift stores is only putting out the lower end Walmart type clothing and putting the rest on eBay. I don't go there too much, but I can find Carhartt. Yeah. Yeah. So I, like, probably 3 years ago, I asked myself the question one time when I was at the thrift store, like, why? Or I asked myself, like, I could go to all these thrift stores, basically say, hey, look, I'll make you a ton more money, put me on your full-time staff, or I'll take a cut of something, and everything that comes in, I'll sell for you on eBay, and we'll make a ton of money. Now, of course, I didn't do that because I didn't want to be, a douchebag to everybody that's out there hunting. So, like, it's definitely crossed my mind, and I didn't understand why they hadn't done it yet. But clearly, eBay loves it, so they're not going to really do much about it. We're just going to have to get a little bit more creative. Yeah, Halo 1 tees, Halo everything. Well, even Halo 4 tees sell pretty quick. Like, anything Halo is a good deal. It's a good buy. All right, let's get into another one of these bags. That's from a different store than we normally buy from. So who knows what's actually in it? We've already opened up one bag, and it was modest enough. It was good. It was mostly t-shirts and tops, so that was good. This one may not be as good. This is literally pants from like Wonder Shop. Okay, we've got the whole outfit, the whole elf outfit here. Class Auction Company, Case Auction Company. What is this? Big Bang. It's some like band tee or something. This is a modern tee. not vintage. Looks like some like punk band. Big Bang. Modern T-shirt. No idea. Hold on to it. Modern tees do sell too. Not as strong, but they do sell. All right, let's get some shorts. Okay, now these are not. These are. Oh, we got some denim up in here. It looks like some random no-name brand on a LQ zipper. Literally, literally, this is like nylon pocket. Someone made these. Literally, this is like some cheapo thing. It just says jeans on the rivet, but the pocket liners, the pocket bags are nylon. That's crazy. Let me get back to this. Make some swimsuit covers with all those towels. Herman Miller single stitch flip in a week for 200 profit. Nice. Oh, that's sick. Good to know about the Halo tees. Pass on a couple of those Rose Bowl flea market best on it. Yeah, I basically anything that's Halo will flip for a good price later on. Speaking of Stephen Barry's, got this ratty old Missouri Stephen Barry sweatshirt. I did find an 80s champion Marine Army sweatshirt out of one of these at this thrift store not that long ago. So maybe we'll find something like that. It was the only thing I had found at that thrift store in quite a while. But they're putting pants in these things too. Oh my gosh, they're like more jeans, but they're just says jeans. Same thing, same company, some cheapo Amazon something or other jean company. Nothing. We got a hat in here. Got a hat. We got Nottingham recorded. Nottingham recording. Outdoor cap. No idea. Some long sleeve, something or other. Got some hoodie. Catalina brand. No. I don't know what that is. That doesn't look like anything to me. Nothing. One more little thing in here, and it's just the other. It's like llama something or other. We talked about money investment last week. What's your time investment for a particular piece research wise? Oh yeah. So we talked money investment last week. What's your time investment for a particular piece research wise? So typically if I recognize something that's like this is from a certain decade, like if it looks like maybe this is from the 50s, I will take longer to research. I will spend the time research. And basically, as it gets closer and closer to present day, I'll spend less and less time. Um, just because, like, there's one thing I do have a bit of, and it's time, because I do this full time. So, like, I'm not always in a rush, but and as long as it's cheap enough, I'll just throw it in the. I literally have I have a bucket of stuff that's not listed, not photographed, because I still try to figure out what's going on with it. So yeah, like I'll spend time. In fact, I'll spend more time than money. We got a Tiger Martial Arts 2008 tee. But yeah, I there are things that I will sit on for a while and and figure out whether or not it's worth what it's worth before I list it. Just because I have a space that it's cheap to hold on to stuff and wait to make sure it's identified correctly. All right, come on. Got something that looks maybe promising. It's really ratty. Nope, just the walls. Modern walls wear work shirt. Come on, really? Hey, speaking of Elton John, not an Elton John tee, but a Rocket Man tee. Gotta watch those modern band tees. Almost pass up a Daydreamer brand Elton John tee for $1. It's designer. Oh, wow. Rift Stars is another brand like that. Interesting. That's a good tip, everybody. Pay attention. There are so many brands out there, so many possibilities. That's why I'm not always that afraid of. Um, oh, my son's gonna love this Fortnite tee. Oh my gosh, he's gonna flip out. So I'm not always all that afraid of thrift stores because I don't think, grunts. Oh, we got a Johnny Cash modern tee, modern Johnny Cash tee. Flipping the bird, classic. I'm just not worried about grunts at Goodwill. You know, spending too much time, identifying, minute details in vintage clothing. We got something old here. Got a Sturgis 2002 Bike Week, but it's sleeveless, of course. Okay, check this out, guys. All right, this is interesting. So we got the Sturgis Bike Week, right? All right, everybody, quickly, guess a tag type. Pick a tag, any tag that you remember that you think is from, that roughly fits the 2002 time frame. Drop it in the chat. Pick a tag. What kind of tag do you think this t-shirt is on? And while you put your answers in the chat, I'm going to keep working through this bag. Got some Under Armour shirt. We got an all-style Gildan. Okay, keep it coming. Champion. What tag is 2002 Sturgis t-shirt? What kind of tag do you think it is? I just showed you it's a little bit black. A couple more minutes. A minute or two more. Put your guesses in. It's like we got another cutoff, cycling tee. 2002. This person was really grooving in 2002. Spent a lot of time on their bike in 2002. Got a Fruity, got a Hanes. One more minute. Well, we got a quiz shirt. This is actually pretty funny. A vintage quiz with a bunch of bears on it. I don't know. I guess we'll hold on to that. All right. Jersey, Screen Stars best, Fruity. Okay. Everybody, okay, that's enough. You're all wrong. It's on a polo jeans tag. Ralph Lauren Polo Jeans Company tag. I've never seen that ever. It's on a Ralph Lauren Polo Jeans tag. What in the world? Never seen that. So strange. All right, a few more tees in this bag. Man, I was hoping for a much more exciting video. Let's see what else we got. Oh, I don't know exactly, but this is 2002, 2007. This is a Naruto tee, but it's like, I think it's early 2000s Naruto. So this actually might be worth, it's probably worth reselling. But Naruto, I don't know. Don't come at me. Ripple Junction. Yeah, probably a good decent flip on that tee. I found a 2007, yes, Escape Brand Bike Week tee. Foot rare, so quick. Man, Chad, you're the king of of interesting titles and ways to sell things. Hey, Chad, I actually almost told the story. I'm glad you did. Pick up those 501s. Those are great buys. You're gonna make some money off of that, brother. Gonna make some money off of it, I think, for sure. Yeah, if they're the strength to fit from the 80s, 90s, that's going to be a big sell, big money maker. That's a good idea. We should probably start getting involved in some of these small local thrift stores. Some, I mean, I don't want it to be like super unethical. Like, I don't want it to be like, oh, I'm just going to help to, search for things. But you might find that some of, especially these small thrift stores, they don't care. Like, they just need help. Like, I have one that's asking for help, and I'm probably going to try to figure out how to get involved just to help them out. And if something comes in, yeah, I'll probably pick it up. They know what I do. They love me. I've been buying from their store for years. So like some of these small places, they're not going to complain too much, if anything. Hey, what's up, Otis? Mind blowing for sure. All right, last bag. This bag is from this is the newer bags, or from the different thrift store. So let's see what's in them. So far, they have not really supported us. Wow, we've got some underwear, kids' underwear. Great. Not vintage tees. Oh, well, no, no. There's a Made in USA Classic 2 pocket tee. It's not single stitch, but I try to save all those tees because, you know, at some point I want to probably print out some merch. So I'm going to probably have to get a hold of a bunch of vintage tees. So I might as well just start saving them. We got other vintage tee here. It looks like we have a medium. It's cut off, but it's a jersey or a Russell tag or a jerseys tag. Russell jerseys cut off. It's kind of hard to tell, but it looks like Russell jerseys. That's good. Good sign. Maybe there's more in here from that era. Would be nice. This being the last bag in all for the day, for the live stream. It's been an okay day, though. I do wish having opened as many bags as we did, we'd found a little bit more, but can't be fire every single week. We did pick up where we left off a little bit from last week, so that was kind of cool. We'll show that in the recap. All right, coming down the end of this bag, not much going on here. Yeah, Chad, that's a great deal, man. You don't have to sell them if you don't want to. In fact, I'm glad you're not. They're really good. They're really nice jeans. Shrink to fit, especially if it's not already shrunk. It's hard to find. That's the last tee right there. Oh, one local thrift call you. Wow. Yeah, I just sold 10 vintage blank green. Yeah, I saw that. I think in a comment or in the Discord or something like that. Yeah, I think like I know a screen printer in town. It's actually my brother's father-in-law. So like if I ever do merch or something like that, I'm just gonna print on old T-shirts that I find and we connect. So like that I find and we'll print up something and there'll probably be a variety. It'll be kind of hard to be super consistent, but um, you might even be able to pick like your favorite tag depending on how many we actually get. So at some point we'll do that, and that should be pretty cool. Let's go ahead and do a little recap real quick of some of the stuff we got. We got this Naruto T-shirt, probably from the early. It is from the early 2000s for sure. I'm gonna try to keep it interesting here. We got this T-shirt, which I do not know about. I don't know if anyone looked it up. Maybe you shouldn't, Beaver Hunter, but the T-shirt probably will make some money. We got this vintage Hornets embroidered T-shirt on the Pro Player, probably late 90s on that one. We got an early 2000s Y2K Harley Tee, a long sleeve white. It's clean as all get out. We got that towel dress. Then we got the continuation from last week. We got the American Thunder, only the strong survive Wolf Tee. Pretty dope. Let's see what else we got here. That's interesting. We got, I think this is probably it right here for vintage. This is the Kona Reef Divers on the Hanes, like 80s beefy tee tag. Cool tee right there for sure. I think that was just about it as far as like notable vintage clothing. There's a couple other things that were not vintage, but will probably sell just fine. So, not a crazy day, but not a terrible day for sure. Use the Freedom Tees. That's a good point. All I need to find now is a box of unworn 70s and 80s real concert tees. Chad, absolutely. I found I think 10 or 11, maybe more, at a flea market once for $10 a piece, and they were all like, there was an all OG. There was Led Zeppelin. There was a Blue Oyster Cult. There was a there was a ton of them. Bruce Springsteen. I mean, there was Cheap Trick. So everything. It was an incredible find. Do I use a cross-listing site or do you use it all do I do it all manual? Uncle Chris, that's a good question. Actually, in fact, today I actually talked to a rep for one called Prime Lister, I think is what it was. And they're probably trying to sell it to me and get me to promote it. But I am going to actually take a look at it and do a review. They have a 7-day trial. I'm going to try it out, and I'll do a little video and review it and let you guys know how I feel about it and if it's something I can recommend. So primelister.com, I think it is. I haven't used one before. I've always had an assistant that does the cross-posting stuff for me. But it's pretty mindless work. She didn't love it, but and there's other things I could have her do for sure, I'm sure. Me, myself, and I've heard of Prime Listers. I have heard, yeah. List perfectly, yep. That's a good point, Rob, about the old mom and pop sporting goods stores. Yeah, for sure. Never hurts to ask. Yeah, Uncle Chris, I haven't done it either. Like I said, but with the market fragmenting so much with all the different platforms, excuse me, with all different platforms, like it used to be that you could just throw it on eBay, and eBay was like the only place online. So it was easy because it was going to be only one place. Now there's a dozen places to buy things on. So I think until they get washed out, which they may not actually ever get washed out, we're probably going to have to, like, if you're going to grow your business, you're going to have to consider uh, uh, a software that runs multiple platforms for you and cross lists. And the one thing always really afraid of is automatic auto delisting, or not having auto delisting, because I do cross post about 3 platforms now, and I talked about this in a previous video where I was on Grailed and I'm moving away from Grailed. At least that was my plan, because managing 3 is pretty tough and make sure they're all not listed on each individual site. That's just sort of a hassle I don't want to have to deal with anymore. And if I know Prime Lister is working on that feature. It sounds like. I just don't know if they have when it's going to come out. But that's going to be an important feature for me to actually be sold on. So we'll have to see. That was it for today, guys. That was 12 bags. Sorry if it was not as exciting as it should have been, but we'll be back on top of things next week at 7 p.m. Monday nights, opening more bags, answering more questions, playing the Guess the Tee game. We got the men's vintage Levi's fit video coming out this week. We got it wrapped up. It's all done. It's the first batch of jeans that we had on deck for that day. We'll keep releasing more, especially if they're helpful. So check that out. Coming out probably on Wednesday, and hopefully that will be helpful for you in your listing. I did have a conversation with somebody today, just sort of give you an idea of what's going on. I did have a conversation with a young lady today, talking about, and she was asking questions about different Levi's fits and stuff like that. And she's not a reseller; she's just a buyer. So it was interesting to have a conversation with her because she's trying to buy online because that's where the best deals are, but she's running into all these issues with like how to how to buy for yourself with like vintage jeans and vintage Levi's specifically. So it's always worth noting that if you're going to sell a lot of vintage Levi's, um, we're trying to my whole deal is like trying to make it easier for sellers and for buyers, and trying to provide resources to communicate clearly to buyers and help you guys make more sales and help buyers find the right jeans for them. So, all right, guys, thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next week for lives, and we'll see videos this week. Thank you guys for being here. Next week, hopefully, you'll win the Guess the Tee game. But till then, we'll see you later. Peace.